It is supposed to be healthy to criticize your representative, right? Which is what I'm about to do. So here's my representative in Michigan's 3rd Congressional District, Hillary Scholten. I found an old video. Damn dog's got perfect timing, right? I'll share it with you. But first, this email she sends out every Monday, the Monday Minute with Hillary or whatever. Okay, good. Good catch, right? It's always I had the opportunity. Oh, this is good. Rep. Haley Stevens, yep, and I toured the North Lake Processing Center. And this is what, okay, they demanded answers and after a detainee died in their care. With billions of taxpayer dollars funding these facilities, Congress has a responsibility to ensure people are treated with dignity and that operations are transparent, accountable, and within the rule of law. What? They shouldn't even be fucking happening. Within the rule of law? You're detaining people without probable cause. That's what they're doing. See, my representative is one of those quiet ones. I'm not going to make a lot of noise, but we need bipartisanship. She's stuck on that, bipartisanship, as if Republicans have ever governed bipartisanly. What bothers me about it, and I'm being critical here, is she's playing politics as usual. That's what we're doing. Politics as usual. I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm just saying that this is not politics as usual. Last week she had some, phone bank town hall thing, and I guess 9,000 people attended. I've been on those before, and I directly have asked questions, and that will never get asked to her. Because you can imagine what my question was. Yeah, you guessed it. Will you commit to taking no more AIPAC funds, blah, blah, blah. And of course, she's not going to do that. Hillary was raised in a Christian conservative home. Which I found out after the fact. Here, let me play this commercial during the pandemic that she aired.
With church online, it is a lot harder to get them in their Sunday best. But it's how I was raised. I'm Hillary Scholten. I also learned faith isn't just for Sundays. Mine led to working at Mel Trotter Ministries and sustained me at the Department of Justice, enforcing the law. Focusing on right and wrong, not right or left. I approve this message.
Not right or left, right or wrong. I mean, it was all there in the open, right? It just missed it here, I guess. And Mel Trotter Ministries has been around the greater Grand Rapids area for a very long time. Mel Trotter started this, and it is probably one of the only religious entities, if you will, that I support. They have recently just built a bunch of tiny homes for the unhoused people. They have programs for drug rehabilitation, and the most important thing is they don't judge. They don't care. They don't judge. They may not agree with it, but they don't judge. Doesn't matter who you are. Black, white, gay, trans. Yep. You have a place at Mel Trotter if you need it. She's voted with Republicans. She's voted to condemn Democrats with Republicans' bullshit displays of propaganda on the House floor. You know what I'm talking about, right? She was one of them. I know people have, talked to me about it and stuff. I've lived in this district my entire life. I say representation needs to be somebody that's lived through it, right? Not somebody that grew up, in a nice, cushy family, never had to struggle a day in their life, never had to worry about if they were going to be able to feed their kids or eat themselves or buy them clothes or, get them to school or have enough gas to get to work. Yeah, that's what representation should be. Working for a place like, she might have worked Mel Trotter there. Seeing it firsthand is one thing, right? But living it is an entirely different side of the fucking piece of paper, right? You know what I'm saying? The problem, and I know there have been many people on my old account and this one that have encouraged me to do it. And the problem I have with that is I'm not scared to do it. What fears me is myself. I'm not kidding. I would be a fucking reckoning in Washington, D.C. I would. Am I confident that, with the right people helping me and everything that I could beat her in a primary? Yep. Absolutely. Like I said, I know this district. I know the people that have lived in this area, and it's not just where I live. It's a pretty good sized district for Michigan. But I have decorum on the House floor because I fucking cuss a lot, right? Absolutely, I could. I would probably be considered, one of the outcasts, like David Clayton. Shit that's happening with him. That's just horrible, right? It's too bad, and he's not going to stop. I think he would be the same way. Because if you have people like him and people like me show up on the House floor, and there are others that are running across this country for congressional seats too, progressives that are not beholden to AIPAC or any corporate PAC funds, we would be the reckoning. We would, because it's people like him and people like me who are not rich by any means. And believe me, we can't be bought. Period. I'm going to quote David here, and I've used it many times because it is probably the perfect analogy for today. And that is, I would rather live on the ashes of morality than on a structure built on immorality and corruption.